Hi ladies, hi Paula. Welcome to a gorgeous sunny day in northwest Montana. And you caught me in my garden with my favorite flowers, the tulips. And today these are my inspiration for the decadent dessert we're going to be creating with Philadelphia cream cheese. And today we are going to be making lucky lemon cupcakes. And it is going to be so delicious. And these beautiful tulips are our inspiration. So come on inside to my kitchen and I'll show you how we make this happen. Hi, welcome to my kitchen again. I'm Abby Smyers, and like I told you, outside picking our beautiful tulips. Today I'm going to show you how I make my lucky lemon cupcakes. So we're going to start by rolling out our graham cracker crust, and what I do is I throw my graham crackers into a plastic bag and I use a rolling pin and crush them up real good. So I have done that right here, and then I'm just going to put them in a bowl so that I can access them very easily. And this recipe has been with me for a very long time. It was actually inspired by an ex-boyfriend. This was one of his favorite things, and he was trying to lose weight, and so I made this a low-fat version. So you're going to see how I make this low-fat. All right, now I'm going to take my muffin tins that I put some pretty little white muffin cups in there, and I'm just going to spray them with some cooking spray. And then I'm going to take my crust, and I'm just going to put a teeny bit in there, and then we're going to shake it out. And this is a really easy way to make a really little graham cracker crust. And I've got about 2 cups of this graham cracker, because I'm going to make a whole bunch of these because we're having a spring party. And these are going to be our dessert, so I want to make sure that there's enough. And this is the perfect light dessert for a summer or spring bash. Now you see how that just sort of lines the bottom. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to spray. And this eliminates the need for butter. So you're saving some calories, but you're still having that really decadent graham cracker crust. All right, ladies. Now I've set my little crusts aside. We don't need to bake them, so I'm not going to bake them. And now we're going to start with the filling. What we're going to do first is we're going to combine the eggs, lemon juice, and I've got a cup of sour cream. And I'm going to show you a little trick that I do with the lemon juice. I put a little net in a bowl, and I use my little reamer, and I just squeeze out the lemon, and then you don't have to worry about not getting those seeds in there because the little sift will make sure to catch those. So I've got the lemon juice here, and it's about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I'm actually using a food processor because I found that it's a lot faster than using a mixer, and it makes it really light and fluffy. And I'm going to add 3 eggs, and once again I put them in a separate bowl to make sure I didn't get any shells in there. And then we're going to combine the sour cream. And then we are just going to whir all of these ingredients together before we add the Philadelphia cream cheese and the sweetener. So I'm just going to lock the lid on here, and we are going to whir this around for about 30 seconds until it incorporates. Alright, so now we've just got it real light, fluffy, it's pretty liquidy. And now we're going to combine, we've got 3 8-ounce packages of Philadelphia cream cheese, and because it's low fat, I'm using the reduced fat variety. And I'm just going to combine that in there. And this, using a food processor, makes it so easy. Okay, and then I'm going to add my 2 cups of sugar, and what I've done, once again, following in the theme of low fat, is I'm using Splenda. So I've got 2 cups of Splenda, and just like I told you before, it measures cup for cup with sugar. And I'm going to blend this down before I add my lemon zest. Alright, see, now you've got that real creamy consistency that we're looking for, and it smells so good with that lemon and that creamy cheese. Oh yeah, that's really good. Now we're going to add the final punch, which is lemon zest. And how I make lemon zest is I take a cheese grater. You can use a little bit smaller than this, and I just run it along, and you want about 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, and it's real easy. You just do it real light, and it gives you some zest like so. There you go. And then what you do is, because we're using a food processor, all of these little bits will just get further ground in here, so you won't even notice that you added this in here. So I'm going to add this in here and do one final whirl of my cream cheese decadent mixture in here, and then we're going to load up our muffin tins. Alright, now I've got my muffin tins with my graham cracker crust, and I'm simply going to fill them using a big spoon. Now, I told you guys in the beginning of this that this recipe was designed for an ex-boyfriend. Well, you know, like best friends and recipes, the man might not stick around, but the recipe and the best friend will. And what's funny is, everybody knows the way to a man's heart through his stomach, right? So I can guarantee you can get yourself a man with these. I'm not going to say it's the right one, but you're going to get yourself a man. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish filling these. And then I preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake these for 20 to 25 minutes or until they look set. And while they're baking, I'm going to show you ladies how to make a homemade lemon curd that is also going to be low fat that we are going to top with these. Alright, now we're on to the lemon curd, because the Lucky Lemon Cupcakes are locked in the oven and getting really delicious. Now, what we're doing is we're using 1 egg and then 1 egg yolk. So I'm going to show you how I separate the yolk from the egg white, because this is an important skill. And there's so many different techniques, but all I do is I just go back and forth and get that little egg white and just pass it lovingly back and forth between my shells. And then when I've got all that egg white, I dump that yolk into the bowl, and I've got 1 egg and I've got 1 egg yolk. And now I'm just going to combine these two, and I've got I'll show you what that looks like. It's just real gooey. And this is going to be what thickens our lemon curd. Now I've got a saucepan heating on the oven, on the stove. Yep, and it is warm. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by, I'm going to need this whisk later, so I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to start with putting in 2 tablespoons of butter. Then I'm going to add a ½ cup of Splenda. Oh yeah, that's already starting to melt down. And then we're going to add 1/3 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Oh, that's getting happy already. I'm going to whisk as I show you guys what I'm doing. Come on in here and see what this looks like. And then that butter's getting all melty. And then I've got about 3 teaspoons of my lemon zest again. And then I'm going to let that melt a little bit. And then I'm going to add my eggs. And I'm going to let the butter melt a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine these eggs in here real slow. You don't want them to cook. You just want them to help thicken the sauce. And then you're going to whisk this continuously for about 7 minutes. Alright, now I took the Lucky Lemon Cupcake out of the oven after 20 minutes. I popped them in the freezer for 5 minutes just to cool them down real quick. And now what I've done is I've just spooned this fresh lemon curd right there in the middle. They kind of sunk a little bit, so they created just a teeny little indent for me to place this lemon curd. And then I thinly sliced a lemon, and I'm just placing that right on top. Doesn't that just look beautiful? Now, if these Lucky Lemon Cupcakes do not make you feel lucky, then I don't know what to do for you. So get in your kitchen and impress a man or any of your girlfriends or family. Cheers.